Thanks for attending CNKI Treasure Hunt Round 1 and for the knowledge map of CNKI journals and dissertations. I'm Nora, and I'll be sharing why use China's academic journals from CNKI. We'll notice that when doing research, that academic journals are an essential part for in-depth exploration of a certain topic. The CNKI, with the most comprehensive collection of China's academic journals, will surely be the treasure for scholars and researchers to follow China's latest progress. And for this presentation, I will lead you to find the valuable resources of China academic journals. And in this presentation, I want to explore three questions. The first is, what are academic journals and why China academic journals and why CNKI journal platform? The fourth would be that a portable library for scholars and researchers to do research at any place and at any time. First, what are academic journals? We all know that academic journals, they are like magazines, but they also have some differences. But like magazines, academic journals are published periodically, either bi-monthly or bi-monthly, and they contain a series of articles in each published issue. Well, unlike magazines, you wouldn't buy academic journals on the street, for academic journals are written by and for experts in their chosen fields. They are used as a means for scholars and researchers to share their research with the academic community. Therefore, for academic journals, they have this threshold for the laymen. Well, we also notice size like The Economist or the Scientific American and New Scientist, that they also report some research progress of some scientific achievements. Why they cannot be like to define as the academic journals? Because they are not peer-reviewed and they are not appropriate for in-depth exploration of a certain topic. Therefore, for the next page, I would introduce some like the 6 features for academic journals. First, for a journal to be academic journals, they are the main forum where research is published, and the articles loaded usually will report in detail the findings of some research studies, and they are good for primary research. Second, for academic journals, they have a focus that they published in the journal will, like the articles published in the journal, will also explore a very narrow specific topic in depth. That is for academic journals. And because academic journals are periodicals and they usually published by issues, which means that they're the best way to keep updated the latest research in your field. And the other feature is it is continuously published, because for academic articles that do get published, they usually have very extensive revisions. And most articles you see are the result of years of work by many people. You will see like the previous research that trace back to the previous research, and you can also to follow the research progress in the future. And most importantly, they are highly qualified, because for academic journals, they usually must run some very rigorous peer review process, and they're written by people who have studied this subject for many years, and they have been also reviewed by other people with a similar experience. So with these 6 features, they contribute to academic journals. And since academic journals they are very important for scholars to do their research. And the next question is, why China academic journals that scholars should pay attention to? Of course, the answer would be that China has made tremendously achievements in scientific research, made tremendously achievements in the publishing of some very important scientific results. By Web of Science 2021, that it has recorded that China has run second in essay papers published in recent 10 years from 2012 to 2021, and with articles published accumulated to 3.6 million articles in these 10 years. And by this picture, you can see the line is gradually up, and it showed a trend of continuous growth of the articles published year by year. And also that China journals increment also ranks first in the world. By GCR 2020, that it has showed that for the international journals number is growing year by year because of the emergence of new and interdisciplinary subjects. And based on the international journal increment, that the journal increment in China, especially mainland China, it also shows the a very this growth. The number grows year by year, and the number grows very fast because the support, the state's attention and the support from the national government, they have the fund to support the research. Therefore, since China has made a tremendous contribution in global scientific world, therefore it gives scholars a reason to pay attention to China academic journals. Therefore, scholars, they want to pay attention to China academic journals. They need to find a platform especially the platform is large and comprehensive enough for scholars to look up all of those academic journals. Therefore, CNKI journal platform would be our best choice. And this is the homepage of CNKI journal platform. And you can input the website here to enter this homepage. And it offers you the shortcut to China's academic journals. Why this is a shortcut? China CNKI journal platform is also called the China Academic Journals Full Text Database. It is the world's largest continuously and dynamically updated full text database of China academic journals. And it is also the most authoritative academic literature search tool and the most comprehensive online publishing platform for Chinese academic journals. And it has the following 5 features. First, this platform is comprehensive enough because it includes over 8,500 journals almost. And what does this number mean? It means that over 99% of academic journals published in mainland China are included by CNKI. And some of the journals can even be treated back to their first issue. This is for the comprehensiveness. And it, of course, since it is comprehensive and the content needs to be competitive enough, and why it is competitive? Because it is of great referential value. For over 99.6%, nearly 100% journals are core journals. These core journals means they are very important, and the results published on this journal is of high referential value. And for all the journals collected are strictly peer-reviewed. And besides of the content, it must have a very good system for scholars and researchers to to easily find the results that they are looking for. Therefore, and for CNKI journal platform, it follows a very strict classification rule defined by Chinese library classification. For all the subjects according to this classification system, for all subjects are divided into 10 series and further divided by topics, and which means that you can to define it in a large category and very small categories. Besides, what makes it rather convenient for you to get access to all of those articles published by journals, because it also has two features like the high efficiency because of the innovative publishing modes. The first one is online first publishing modes. It makes the an article 2 months on average in advance to the readers compared with traditional publishing modes. And the other is for enhanced publishing modes, which to add more materials to the root material, to the original article, to make it more vivid and demonstrative, so as to improve the literature value. And this chart is the classification of all subjects. And for I think I classified subjects by two categories, by STM journals and humanities and social sciences, and further divided it into 10 series. This is how it is constructed. And under each level, they're further divided by small topics and disciplines. You can find them you can define to search some topics by to refining those different layers. And this chart shows, in this chart, I have listed some of journals which have extremely important and also included in our database to show some referential value journals for you. And the first journal is about geography. And this geographic CNKI is sponsored by Chinese Geographical Society and Institute of Geographical Sciences and Resources, Chinese Academy of Sciences. And this journal is very influential because its impact factors remains top 10 of the national scientific journals, and ranks first in geography science, ranks top 50 in citation rate, and first in discipline citation rate. So it is very influential and extremely referential within the geographical field. And this is for petroleum exploration and development. It is sponsored by China Petroleum Exploration and Development Research Institute, China National Petroleum Corporation Science and Technology Research Institute, which means that it has enough not only for research but also for practice, because it is supported by China National Petroleum Corporation. For some of these technologies or new technologies and new research scientific achievements have been transformed into practical use. And for this journal, For this journal, it mainly publishes innovative articles about petroleum exploration, development, and engineering, which can reflect the major achievements of domestic and foreign petroleum industries. And it also has a very wide reader range all over the world. It is extremely popular. And next one is also for petroleum fuels. And this is sponsored by Chinese Petroleum Society. It is also a very important journal with highly authoritative and influential in China's petroleum academic circles. And also the industry top one co-journals of energy science and technology. And the other journals like the proceedings of CNKI, it is defined as national first-class journal of electric power industry, also ranking first in power and power engineering. So all of those journals are extremely important for researchers to follow the research progress of their fields, and they have made rather important influences in their fields and have provided to have generated a lot of valuable resources and materials of their field for the other researchers to pay much attention to continue their research. And this is to show some very detailed information about this journal. As I have mentioned in front, that it is a very representative journal of geography science in China, and it also ranks very its ranking is very extremely high and introduced by a lot of scholars and researchers. And besides, it is also for most of those articles included in CNKI, they are very important and included by many, not only by CNKI and other very important databases, so as to show the place of each journal. And this is a journal in acupuncture, in traditional Chinese medicine fields. It's called a acupuncture research. This is also very important journal because it focuses on the mechanism of acupuncture and moxibustion, and also ranks very high, ranked first for many times among over 100 Chinese medicine journals. And besides, why this is so popular, because it has a very international editorial team, which means which guarantees that the articles published within this journal is also available in the world, available for the world, the standards, the practices and standards of a lot of countries, because of the international editorial team that they have guaranteed that. And this paper, the paper published, that they have run very vigorous standards for each article published in this journal, and for most of them are sponsored, important researchers and supported by the government. So it's also one of the reasons to guarantee its quality. And besides its impact factors, it also included by many other resources outside China, and it has been rated as CNKI China authoritative academic journals for 3 consecutive years. For these two lists and the other journals I have listed in the chart is to show that for all the journals, they're very important and valuable for researchers to follow the progress of the fields. And besides that, CNKI in addition to show that CNKI is capable of providing very valuable resources for scholars to help their research, we also make other to introduce some other scientific technologies to help to smooth the research. This is to show that I have mentioned in front before that this for some of the journals they are for all the journals they are continually updated, and some of them can be dated back to their first issues, and this is an example by the Journal of Tsinghua University Science and Technology. For these journals, it can be traced back to its first issue, which is also a very good record of the academic research changes of Tsinghua University for over 100 years. And there are also some other journals that you can trace back to their first issues, which will be a very good recording of the developments and changes of China's science and technology, humanities, societies, and other aspects. Not only to find all of those very good resources, but also you can have a very historical reference for all of those journals so as to witness the development of China of all aspects. And I have the other two I want to introduce is a new publishing mode, which is really convenient for researchers to do their research. The first one is online first. For online first model, that is to speed up the publishing period of a journal and even to the article level, and the general circle of the publishing is shortened to 2 to 3 days from audit to online release. And for each article, by this online first mode is two months ahead, in advance to compared with traditional publishing, with some even up to 1.5 years in advance compared with traditional publishing. And why this online first mode is important? It is important from two aspects. One is for author, they are given this priority to publicizing their research results in a much earlier time, so that it can also help them to enhance their influence in their field. And for readers, they have this channel and this access to get the academic frontier in the first time. And one thing to notice is that during online first publishing period, CNKI is the only platform to get access to those journals. Like this article I have showed here, it is published 2 days ago, which means by this mode, you'll see this paper by June 20. Well, if you are going to check this article by traditional publishing mode, you will see this maybe 2 months later. This is the advantage of online first publishing mode. And till June 20, 2022, almost 72,000 articles are published by online first mode. And for this one is to show that the person who studies himself to prove that people can run faster and faster. And in this article, he added some additional materials. It's about some videos to give some vivid demonstration of how he does it. And for this kind of mode is called enhanced publishing. And enhanced publishing is the digital publishing of root materials and additional materials, including the precise of experiments, survey materials, and information about research data. And the additional materials include but not limited to this kind of format, like audio, video, folder, form, text, picture, and others. Here we'll see some other examples. In this research, like pictures and videos are included to reconstruct the experimental scenario. And in this picture, a form is attached for readers to track the original research data. Maybe if possible, the following research will also be developed based on this original data. So it is very convenient not only for authors to show their research progress, but also for readers to do the continuous research achievement. So enhanced publishing is very important, and it is so powerful because it just demonstrates a very true history of the search results. And for readers, they can have a very vivid experience of the research progress, and the shared material, they also have a very good inheritance for the research further development. Okay, the last one would be the mobile research that I want every researcher who follows the CNKI platform to pay attention to, because it makes your research make your research life even more convenient, because this is a portable library that it enables you to make to continue research at any time and at any place. All you need to do is to bind your account and to customize and subscribe some channels and some authors, so as you can get alerted in the first time. It is very easy, and you can scan this code to download the app. Okay, that's pretty much about the content I want to share.